Hey everybody, what is going on? Welcome to another episode of Yammy Noob. This is actually a live stream that I did on Discord called the Yam Cam. So if you want to join up on these and watch these live, give me feedbacks and questions, join over at yammynoob.co. That's the best way to get entered for all of our giveaway motorcycles, discounts on the store. You get access to the server and exclusive content like this, and you can interact with me, which is a ton of fun. I was just skateboarding a little bit on stream, which was a lot of fun. Today, we are talking about this brand new BMW S1000RR. BMW dropped this news on us about this new superbike. Lots to say about it, lots to get into. I want to look over all the specs, see any kind of differences that we've had. And then we also are going to be chatting about the new Ducati Multistrada V4S Rally. Stick around, going to be a good one. All right, guys, so I've got an article pulled up on here looking over the new 2023 BMW S1000RR. First of all, the looks. We've got a new aerodynamic winglet package. BMW trying so hard to get those sweet aero gains for World Superbike and to get homologated for it and to make sure that they can, use this motorcycle to go racing with and to get those marginal gains. But I gotta say, the looks for me, I'm not super sold. The winglets look a little bit silly. The giant shin spoiler thing that it's got going on. It's a little cheesy, a little chintzy for me. Totally understand that there's some extra aero gains to be had for World Superbike. For us mere mortals, though, who do not go 186 miles per hour like all the Yamaha R6 squids out there, we will not be accessing this. But the squids are going to love this. The squids are going to put carbon fiber on it. They're going to put tail ties on it. They're going to put all kinds of stuff. But I will say, as a small note, you can actually see that from the press release video they put out, the tail tie is already a little bit smaller from the factory. So they're trying to help you guys out. They're trying to give the squids what they want, which is hilarious to me. So you're getting to get it in this white colorway or the red colorway. They're still going to offer it in the M1000 package as well. But this new base model is getting some stuff from the M package as well. So you're getting some race-inspired stuff from World Superbike. You're getting some of the M package stuff kind of trickling down, which is pretty cool. So what is new? We've got several tweaks to that inline-4 power plant, the chassis, and the electronics as well. So let's talk about the engine first. It's still retaining the 205 horsepower for the American market. For whatever reason, Europeans and other markets get 210 horsepower. Take that with what you will. I don't know why we Americans get stuck with such low power leader bikes, but it is what it is. I'm sure that with a flash and a tune and an exhaust and all that good stuff, you'll get this bad boy pumping out 220 no problem, which is what we all want. We all want that high horsepower BS. So it's still using that shift cam equipped 999cc inline 4. It's making 205, like I said, at 13,000, 83 foot-pounds of torque. The torque is going to be right about that number for the foreseeable future just because of that displacement. You'll see that leader bikes have been making about 80-something foot-pounds of torque for the last 20 years because of the displacement. They're always trying to chase more top-end horsepower. So you're getting a new airbox that's going to focus on the higher revving stuff. They say that better power delivery across the rev range. Not sure if I believe it because the stock S1000RR has that really noticeable dip in the power in the middle, and you can't get that to be better unless you flash it. Rear sprocket is one tooth smaller, so that's interesting. Looking like they're chasing longer gears maybe, tire top speed, because typically if you wanted higher acceleration, you would increase the sprocket size, but looks like they went with one tooth down, so they made it a little smaller, so maybe they figured out a reason that they needed to do that. They're also saying that you're going to get a revised quick shifter settings. Looks like you're going to have better shifting, a little bit better torque modeling with that. Everything's getting so streamlined with the electronics here with the quick shifter on the S1000RR. Which is good, you know. I actually really like the BMW quick shifter systems. I think they work really well. They're really buttery smooth. They're not have like a big positive engagement like Triumphs or Ducatis that I've ridden. The BMWs, they just like kind of slip into place, which is, you know, if you want that, it's really nice. Now, you're also getting the updated chassis. So you have a more lateral flexibility with this motorcycle. On the geometry side of things, it looks like they're extending the rake a half degree and lengthening the trail by 0.2 inches, and the wheelbase nearly 3/4 of an inch. The triple clamp offset is reduced by 1/10 of an inch as well to offset that wider stance. So looks like some small geometry updates on the S1000RR. Looks like they're hunting for some extra kind of snappiness on the handling, excuse me. On the suspension side of things, we are going to be getting the conventional fully adjustable suspension being standard on this bike, and the semi-active is going to be an option as well. You're not getting any Olin semi-active suspension on it. You're going to get Marzocchi forks. Kind of a missed opportunity to not offer something with a little bit of branding on the S1000RRs, but honestly, they don't go with the Brembos, they don't go with the Olins. They use their in-house stuff. They use the Marzocchi forks, and I think it's fine. For most people, it's going to be just fine. I think a lot of people get in their own heads about suspension, like, oh my God, I need the top-tier Olins, I need the semi-active suspension. Yes, it's really good. I love the suspension on the Street Fighter V4S. Super, super nice. Put it in race mode, dynamic mode, it's ready to go. But I've never really had the chance to really rail around an S1000RR on track. I did in Jerez in 2019, but I got 2 laps in the wet with it. I didn't get a good sense for it, so would love to dig deeper on that. So also says here that the IMU supported rider suites gaining new mode and functionality. You're going to get corner ABS, lean angle detecting, traction control, wheelie control, hill assist start, launch control, pit lane speed limiter, dynamic brake control, which keeps the throttle shut during braking, which is nice. If you're a ham-fisted BMW poser dad and you don't know how to come on the brakes and off the throttle, if you're, doing anything like that. But yeah, 2 new features as well. You're going to get the ABS Pro Slick setting, which is designed to be paired with the high grip racing rubber, which is pretty cool. And then you're also going to get brake slide assist, which is apparently going to allow us mere mortals to back in the bikes under hard braking with confidence. Very curious to see how that would work. I think that it would be a system that I would have to really test out. I've backed bikes in a couple times on track, but it's nothing that I'm super confident with. Now, I will say too, the aerodynamic features are offering that analog help to help with the unwanted wheelies. So basically what that means is the aero is designed to keep the front down a little bit. You're actually going to have the aerodynamics not let the front wheel lift. So they're saying that that's why they put the winglets on and that sort of thing. But really, they did it just for Old Superbike guys. And it looks like here, some of the other things I want to touch up on here. It says part of the M package, you're going to get lightweight paint with M lettering and new clear coat, which is the most BMW thing ever. Like, oh my God, my paint is lightweight. Shut up, dude. Shut up. Just shut up. M footrests, a black fuel filler cap, M sports seats, and M carbon or M forged aluminum wheels in buyer's choice. And the dynamic package, you get the Ride Modes Pro, semi-active suspension, heated grips, and cruise control, which I think is a great feature. Kevin, one of my employees here, he has a BMW S1000RR. And he said that one of the big reasons he got the S1000RR was because of that cruise control, because the Ducatis don't have it. And I do think it's a missed opportunity for Ducati to not offer cruise control on their flagship bikes. I'm just like, why don't the Panigales or the Street Fighters have cruise control? People are using these bikes on the street, but it's like a philosophical thing for them. But BMW knows their customer base very, very well. They know that it's a bunch of BMW dad posers that are not going to be using the bike that often on track. The race package includes the M Endurance chain, the M Titanium Sports silencer. The carbon package has the front fender, rear fender, chain guard, sprocket cover, and side trim. This is all little farkles and features for all the BMW boys. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. And then you can also just get all the BMW accessories, the mat, the rear stands, the tire warmers, all that good stuff. But the cool part is the 2023 S1000RR is priced base at $17,895. That's actually a pretty good deal. The Street Fighter V4S came in at $25,000. So yeah, it's one of those things. Apparently it's a $900 increase over the prior generation RR, but few of those standard models will be sold. You're going to probably see a lot more of the higher margin, bigger, flashier M package bikes coming in closer to $25,000, $26,000 probably. But all told, it's a cool update on the S1000RR, an incremental change over the the last generation BMW S1000RR. And I'm excited to try it out. I think that I got to get one of these bad boys for the channel. Squids, they would love it so much. But the dad bike fun doesn't end there. We've also got a new 2023 Ducati Multistrada V4 Rally. So it's not an S, but it's just the V4 Rally. The thing with the Ducati Multistrada that I had issues with when I test rode one in early 2021, it's a bike that's trying to do a bit too much. I think that it's a motorcycle that's big, it's heavy, it's basically Ducati's Goldwing. I don't know why they try to lean so much on the off-road side of it. Guys, this bike weighs like 560 pounds. It's got very light knobby tires on it. It's not really a proper off-road bike, but the marketing materials leads people to believe that it's some crazy off-road bike. But it's not. But it is cool that Ducati's trying to do a more rally version of the Multistrada. So you're coming in with a 7.9-gallon fuel tank that's aluminum. Holy guacamole, guys. Almost 8 gallons on this thing. Definitely coming in, trying to swing for that BMW GSA territory. That is a big range. So to stretch the MPG, the electronics are performing some wizardry on the V4 Gran Turismo power plant. So for some of the time, you're riding as an inline 2, and the rear cylinders are switched off at idle and during low demand and at low speeds. So to be honest, you're buying a giant parallel. You're buying an Africa Twin. Let's be honest. But if you were to pick up the throttle, it's back on a V4 again, you know. So there's no word yet on the estimated fuel consumption, but we'll be probably expecting it's going to get some pretty decent MPGs. I bet you'll do about 240 to 260 miles or so on a tank. Got a bit of a larger windshield as well. The aluminum cases are standard on the Rally, which is pretty cool. That's kind of unique. Normally these bikes you have to get the added bags and the panniers and all that stuff, so having it standard is pretty neat. The radar is standard as well. That's pretty awesome. Having adaptive cruise control on a motorcycle is really crazy and zany, but I think it's becoming more common now. The H2 SXE has that as well, or the H2 SX SE. Can't remember the acronym exactly, but y'all know what I'm talking about, the Sport Touring Dad version of the H2. The big thing on the Rally as well is they're trying to very much say that the passenger can be accommodated for very well, which is a great thing. Ducati has refined that enduro mode for the 2023 Ducati Multistrada V4. So it's still cutting that maximum power to 114 horsepower, still maintaining that aggressive throttle response, and the traction control is a little reduced. Again, guys, if you've ridden off-road, you know that anything north of 60 horsepower is a handful. 114 horsepower and 560 pounds off-road is a big handful of a motorcycle. But you're still getting those pavement-friendly kind of Pirelli Rally Scorpions as standard on this bike, too. You're not going to have the super knobby tires. It's definitely designed for... It's a long-distance bike, guys. It's a Goldwing from Ducati, basically. The marketing materials here, we see that people are jumping it over little jumps on some gravel road, but really, you're meant to ride this thing. Just long distance, comfortable, enjoy it, and that's actually what he's supposed to do. Bit more ground clearance as well and longer travel, 9.1 inches underneath that 2023 Multistrada, which is pretty sweet. Also, we have the minimum preload section. When the motorcycle's at a stop or being ridden at slow speed, spring preload is reduced to allow the chassis to settle to a position closer to the ground. And that's a page out of Harley's book. Harley kind of was the first manufacturer on the Pan America to put out that lower seat height thing that they were doing. And it looks like other manufacturers are starting to follow suit with that, with their own versions of it in that technology, which is pretty awesome. There's going to be 2 colors available. There's the just red regular Multistrada V4, and then that brushed aluminum kind of black combo as well, which is pretty cool. That's a step above. But here's the thing, guys. Base price for the 2023 Multistrada V4 Rally, $31,495. That's a lot of moolah for a big old motorcycle like that. That's a lot of money. It's hard for me to justify spending $30,000+ on a bike. We've gotten to the point now where, to be honest, like upwards of 20, you're like, all right, maybe, you know, that's a lot of coin for a bike. But personally, for me, I think right up to 20 is about as much as I would ever spend for a freaking motorcycle. 30 plus is really asking a lot. And I get it. It's a Ducati. It's all this good stuff. But I just feel like the Ducati Multistrada is still that bike that's just trying to do a little bit too much. And again, in this rally configuration, it's leaning really heavily on that element of doing a little too much. Yeah, guys, that's going to be the updates here on the new S1000RR. Let me know what you think down below in the comments over there on YouTube. But for those of you watching live on stream, you're leaving me the comments right now, which is pretty sweet. But yeah, some dad bikes coming out. Love to see it. If you want to join up over at YamiNoob.co. You can hang out with me on these live streams. It's a ton of fun. And we'll catch you guys in the next one. See you later.